This is borrowed money and it's not yours, meaning you need to increase your need for cash by that amount of money because if you don't have the cash, you can't pay the vendors. Maybe I took a deposit of $5,000 from a client and I'm not doing the work for 30 plus days. But if I haven't started the work and I'm not starting to work for 30 days, I'm typically going to put in the deposit right here. And let's just say that I got $5,000 in deposits. The next one is sales tax liability. If you do not pay the Department of Revenue in your state every single month, you can ignore what I'm saying right now, and you do not pay sales tax liability. If you don't charge for sales tax as a separate line item on your invoices, then you don't owe the Department of Revenue in your state sales tax liability. But if you do, what is that total balance right now that you owe them? It's not your money. We need to set it aside and make sure that we've got cash for it, right? So let's say that's $10,524. I already touched on this in vendor credit accounts balance, right? So in accounts payable, but just another way to say it, I like listing mine out right here. So mine says Reese, and I owe them $38.19 at this point in time is how I would list that out. And then the last thing is Hogs credit cards. Those ones I would put in there, the total balance on that credit card. And let's say that credit card balance is $5,500. If you have one credit card for everything that you use, doesn't really matter. Just put the actual name of the credit card in here. And I would put it under operating expenses and put the total balance. This is all money that is not yours that you've borrowed in the short term. This is borrowed money and it's not yours, meaning you need to increase your need for cash by that amount of money because if you don't have the cash, you can't pay the vendors. You can't pay the supply houses. You can't pay the credit cards. You can't pay the sales tax to the Department of Revenue. And God forbid, if somebody asks you for the deposit back from the job, depending on how your terms and conditions are, you got to give the deposit back as well, right?